This is a journey through a day in the life of a forgotten corner of South Africa, where the sun rises over a sprawling squatter camp of white families who never thought this would be their story. The first light creeps across the corrugated iron roofs. Dogs lie panting in the shade of a broken caravan that hasn't moved in 8 years. Somewhere a baby cries the thin, desperate sound of hunger that no one has the heart to shush. White squatter camps are the places nobody wants to talk about. They sit on the edges of cities like Pretoria, Bethlehem, and Krugersdorp, hundreds of them, home to tens of thousands of people. Once, many of these families owned farms, worked in mines, or ran small businesses. Now they cook on open fires, queue for water from a single tap, and teach their kids under a tree because the nearest school is too far or too expensive. This essay will walk you through their world in simple words, with stories that stick in your mind and facts that demand attention. Buckle up, the truth is rough, but it is real. To understand white squatter camps, rewind to 1994. Apartheid ended. Nelson Mandela became president. Black South Africans finally got the vote, land reform started, and companies rushed to hire black workers to meet new laws called Black Economic Empowerment, BE. White people were no longer automatically on top. For many white families, the change was smooth. They had savings, degrees, or businesses that kept running. But for others, especially Afrikaners who spoke little English, worked with their hands, and lived in rural areas, the ground shifted fast. Take Koos van der Merwe, a welder from the Free State. In 1998, the factory where he worked for 22 years closed. The new owners said they needed, previously disadvantaged, staff. Koos applied for 47 jobs. Nobody called back. His wife cleaned houses until her back gave out. By 2003, the bank took their small house in Bethlehem. With 3 kids and our 400 in the bank, they loaded a bakkie and drove to a patch of empty land outside town. Others followed. A squatter camp was born. Numbers tell the same story. In 1994, white unemployment was under 5%. By 2011, it hovered around 8%, but for Afrikaners without university degrees, some studies say it reached 25%. Farm murders, over 2,000 since 1994, pushed families off land their grandfathers settled.
Parcels and packages to get a fix or whatever the case may be, and then the sponsor gets to find out about that and they say, you know what, we're withdrawing because these people don't appreciate what we do for them.
And is it safe here? Do you feel safe, or is it?
I feel a lot safer here than what I do in town itself. Because in town there's a lot of robbings and muggings and things. Here, all the guys that do the robbings and muggings, I know them.
Okay,
so, you know what I mean. So you feel safer here than what I do actually walking in town. Yes,
okay.
Yeah, we've sort of, the African people welcomed us here with open arms. We increased revenue, with taxis, with shops, with, everything pretty much. So.
Okay. And I'm most intrigued that I saw that. I was surprised. It seems like it's mixed whites and blacks living here.
That's it. Correct.
Okay, that's awesome.
So it's not just, look, it's only the white people this side and the black people that side. No, we integrated. Which is fantastic. It's awesome.
Nice.
Really it is.
Nice. Well, it was nice interviewing you, and I appreciate you giving me...
I did grow up in the apartheid regime. I was born in 77. But I never grew up a racist. We weren't raised that way. I don't know if it's different because I'm English speaking, and then you get the Afrikaans speaking, which are more we're more for the apartheid. But no, it's since we've moved here, honestly, where we were, I was staying in a tent. Okay, I'm staying in a tent now again because my place burnt, but I'm slowly trying to get money together so I can rebuild a new place for myself.
So, okay, Gareth, could you show us around, like, how it is to live around here? Because I'm curious to see how you guys are living.
Okay, they recently put in electricity for us. I think it's been 2 years now. The whole infrastructure, the whole location, not just the white settlement, but the whole settlement. They put in electricity. I can't remember what year it was, 2020, 2019, 2020, we got our electricity. And now, that side, the furthest cables you can see, they're just busy putting in. They haven't got electricity yet, but they're obviously installing.
Okay.
Yeah. Running water, they put up certain water points, and then we've run our own lines put in our own, our own running water.
Okay, nice.
So we can
drink. And you said your place burned down recently around here?
Yeah, my place was standing right here. And the effect of the fire has actually burnt my friend's computer and everything. It melted.
South Africa has over 80 known white squatter camps, but the real number is higher because many hide to avoid bulldozers. The biggest, Munseyville near Krugersdorp, houses around 8,000 people. The smallest might be 20 families on a forgotten plot. Most camps start the same way. A group of desperate whites asks a farmer or municipality for unused land. They promise to keep it clean, pay a small rent, and leave if asked. Some pay $50 per shack per month, others nothing. Services? Almost zero. Water, 1 or 2 JoJo tanks filled weekly by charity trucks. In summer they run dry by Wednesday. Sanitation, long drop pit toilets, 6 for 300 people. Flies everywhere. Cholera scares every rainy season. Electricity, illegal connections tapped from nearby power lines cause fires. In 2023, a camp in Bethlehem lost 14 shacks in one night. Healthcare, a mobile clinic visits once a month. TB, malnutrition, and depression are common. A 2022 study found 40% of camp children stunted. Yet camps develop their own rules. A committee collects $10 per family for a security guard, an old man with a knob carry. Church groups hold Sunday service under a marquee. A retired teacher runs literacy classes. Pride keeps the dirt roads swept. The government says, whites had 300 years of advantage, now it's leveling the playing field. Land reform and BE are slow, painful, necessary. Officials point to billions spent on RDP houses, mostly for black South Africans, and ask why whites expect handouts. Critics reply that poverty has no color. The Constitution promises dignity for all. In 2018, the Human Rights Commission visited camps and called conditions deplorable, yet little changed. Politicians fear being labeled racist for helping whites first. On the other side, far-right groups like the Boer Legion use camps for propaganda. They film crying children, blame, reverse apartheid, and collect donations that sometimes disappear. Most camp residents hate the cameras. They want jobs.
I proposed to Belinda on her birthday. It was very romantic. And my answer what I got was the answer I was waiting for.
In this room, yeah.
What room is this?
The living room.
Die sitkamer.
Vandaag is het meer violence. Die jong meisjes denken niet aan seks. Violence, drugs.
And I'm actually planning on getting married next month. But, everyone is throwing stones in the way. But nothing actually matters to me, so long I know the love of my life is happy.
My future plans were going to become a singer. I went to Superstar and that. I was going to make a future out of that. Until I met someone, and now my future is just heading on to more difficult plans. Like, I want to do a lot of things in my life, but I can't get it right. So I stayed with my family for 17 years, and then I moved out with him. So the only thing that will come in my future is if I do my dream that I've always dreamed about, like becoming a singer or a movie star or anything like that, I've always wanted that in my future rather than anything else. So
Everybody has to have a dream, They must follow their dream if they want to be happy. I know it's very sad to know that very few people don't know happiness anymore. But I'm trying my best to keep happiness in this family. Because if you're just gonna be angry every day and drinking and stuff like that. It's gonna make your life miserable. You're gonna lose your loved ones. And that's definitely what I don't want.
Nou, kijk of er nog kopjes is om te was. Die mensen gebruiken zoveel suiker dan